What we couldn't resist may resist our destiny. Greatness is never destroyed from the outside. It often crumbles from within. The habits we refuse to master, the temptations we fail to overcome, can rise as obstacles against our own future. But strength is not just in power, it's in self-control, in wisdom, in the courage to say no when saying yes feels easier. If you can resist what tries to derail you, nothing can stop you from walking boldly into your destiny. Solomon, son of David, was blessed by God with unmatched wisdom, wealth, and honor. He built the magnificent temple in Jerusalem and guided Israel to peace and prosperity. But over time, his heart drifted. He loved many foreign wives who turned him toward their gods. Though gifted with wisdom, he failed to resist compromise, and his disobedience brought division to the kingdom after his reign. Solomon's life reminds us that success is not secured by gifts alone, but by staying faithful to the one who gives them. Saul was Israel's first king, chosen by God and anointed by the prophet Samuel. At first he led with promise, but his heart soon wavered. When God gave him clear instructions, Saul chose partial obedience, sparing what should have been destroyed. He cared more for the approval of people than for the command of God. Because of this, God rejected him as king, and Samuel anointed David in his place. Saul's downfall became a warning that disobedience and pride can strip away even the greatest opportunities. After Israel's great victory at Jericho, God commanded that everything in the city be devoted to him. But Achan secretly kept some of the treasure for himself. Because of his hidden sin, Israel was defeated in their next battle at Ai. When Achan's disobedience was revealed, he and all he owned were destroyed as judgment. His story became a lasting reminder that one person's greed and disobedience can bring loss to an entire community. Lot and his family were rescued from the doomed city of Sodom after God sent angels to warn them. They were commanded not to look back as they fled, but Lot's wife, unable to resist longing for what she left behind, turned to gaze at the city. In that moment, she became a pillar of salt, a lasting sign of the danger of disobedience and the cost of holding on to the past. Samson was a man of incredible strength, chosen by God to defend Israel. His power came from a secret. He was never to cut his hair. The Philistines, Samson's enemies, bribed a woman named Delilah to discover the source of his strength. After several failed attempts, Delilah finally persuaded Samson to reveal the truth. While he slept, she had his hair cut and his strength left him. The Philistines captured Samson, blinded him, and took him prisoner. But later, in a final act, Samson prayed to God, regained his strength briefly, and pulled down the pillars of the Philistine temple, defeating many of his enemies even as he died. What we couldn't resist may resist our destiny. Every unguarded desire, every unchecked weakness has the power to stand in the way of the future we were created for. Temptation often comes dressed in beauty, but its aim is to break our strength. The choices we fail to resist today may rise tomorrow as the chains that hold us back. True destiny is preserved not just by power, but by discipline, wisdom, and the courage to say no when it matters most.